Welcome to another episode of Critical Misconduct, where me and my crazy friends are going to play some Dungeons and Dragons. And of course, we are currently right at the cusp, the start of the Curse of Strahd saga. So, of course, we need to come over and thank not Roll20, because there's no longer use of Roll20. VTT,
D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond, and of course Travis Savoy for his music, for all the Curse of Strahd, and Beneo Battle Maps for all our mapping needs. And with that, let's go ahead and get a little recap of everything that went on. Reagan.
It was an action-packed time.
I know, right?
A couple weeks ago. Well, I mean, first up, we ran into our old friend, our best friend, Crystal, on the road, being attacked. And we were able to chase off the wolves, I guess, that were coming to attack her. And we were, she also was able to help because she had some fun tentacles. We love the tentacle magic coming back year over year. But she offered to help this new party of critters, and she led us to the Vistani camp, and we got to meet the fabulous Madame Eva, where we got a lot of very helpful information about our enemy, Strahd, who is also their enemy, helped us understand why we can't seem to get out of this land. But she gave us several tools through the tarot cards. So first was a book. The next card gave us information about a symbol of great hope that can be found where an evil tree grows atop a hill, that the ravens will help us get there to look for that treasure. We were also told about a weapon, the Sword of Sunlight. We need to find it at the Mad Dog's crypt, beneath the blackened bones. Not sure about that yet. The fourth card gave us information about one of Strahd's enemies. The Evil's Bride is the one that we're seeking. So presumably one of Strahd's lady people. And then the fifth artifact, there will be somebody lurking in the darkness where the morning light once showed a sacred place, and the card will lead us to him. The first thing, though, that we tangibly had was the book, and so Leslie was able to help Rondai read it. There were no pictures in the book, but as soon as Leslie was attuned to it, gave him some magical advantages, but also it led us into a vision where we met young Strahd, who was very sad, in his castle, with a very mean Rahadin, who was one of his trainer, I guess, or his fighting teacher. Yeah, pretty rough little vision there and back in time. But we'll be able to, as Leslie keeps reading, get more and more information and can help us continue to learn about this world and place and our enemy.
You also need to, good thing that she also said is that the circus must continue. The circus must travel through the land of Barovia to
get all of these things.
Yeah, well, and also to
get home.
And to get home and to possibly inspire others. Who knows? You don't know. You are a light in the darkness. That dog took that blanket so hard, Reagan.
It's the winter duvet, right? So I washed it and I gotta put it away, but I just haven't been able to yet.
He was like, oh.
Freshly clean,
sure
just for him.
Right.
Okay. So, with that, You are sent on your way back to the circus. And this is where it begins for you guys. You are currently, your circus has started to, you start walking back the way you came. And you see the circus has started to unpack and set up on the outside, just a short distance from the Barovia, the village of Barovia. And with that, I leave it to you guys. What do you want to do next? Brushing the puppy with a beard comb.
It works so well with her curly hair. It works so well.
I think
Go figure.
Probably-
Comb for curly hair works for curly hair.
should probably try to keep reading the book. It's a ritual cat, or no, you get.
That's the illusory.
Yeah, you got illusory script, but to continue to read the book requires an Arcana check and 4 hours to decode each chapter.
Right.
So, and at what time? What time are we wrapping this? It was still like midday, even though it's kind of hard to tell because it's gray and misty
Yeah.
all the time. Anyway.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. It's not night.
Right. Well, I guess unless Leslie has set up duties, I would say we want to try to keep getting more information.
I mean, I'm running the midway, so I'm assuming I've got lackeys to set up all that stuff. I'm just there to kind of oversee. So,
And Lothar knew you guys were busy, and he is just doing his part. He's willing to step up to make sure you have a home when you get back, and that you guys are setting up the circus as you normally would. God damn, that's good whiskey.
so yeah, I mean, I can keep reading the book if that's what we're wanting to do while the circus is being set up.
If you want to do that, let me read up on something real fast.
I think maybe Yeet, since probably maybe not the most helpful at setting up stuff with the circus, maybe he can like drop little flyers and try to find kids to like, you know. Well, no, to build excitement around coming to the circus. You know, he can just act like, oh, there's a circus in town. It's gonna be so great. You know, hyping it up.
So you got to at least do at least 4 hours of dedicated research time on it, okay? And you could get help from somebody else if you want once you get to a certain point. But it is by DM's discretion to tell you that I would highly suggest you do not do this at this point.
Okay.
We can move on from the book for a little bit and but keep in the back of your mind, you know, maybe once you level 1 or 2, then come back.
Is it a safety thing? Like, is it not safe to do it super often?
I cannot tell you.
Oh. Okay.
That would be ruining the fun, would it not?
Oh, I don't know.
He's already being nicer than I would have. I would have let you read that fucking book.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's even if he'd made the save.
Yeah.
Because you have to make an intelligence arcana check for each chapter to see if you even get it. And you'll have to try again later if you fail.
I'm assuming Rondai helps with setting up the big top since he's gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I will leave this up to DM's discretion, but I'm also skilled in survival and animal handling and
Ah.
can speak with animals, so I
Okay.
was figuring maybe I also help with the
That could be your that'd be kind of cool. You make that your focus. You kind of just what you do.
Yeah, when I'm not doing my show, I kind of
Talk to
take care
animals
of the animals.
Yeah.
I'm a Tiger King.
No, that makes sense. As Chris, as you're looking around and watching people do stuff, I want you to do a perception check. Well, who has a high? What is your passive perception?
17.
17. Okay, he doesn't hide it. You see on the distance. You see what looks like it looks like a young lad. You know, maybe 15, 16, you're not exactly sure. And he's just watching you guys as you set up the tent.
And I'm assuming this is a villager and not somebody with the circus.
Yes, this is a villager. Yeah. You see, he kind of walked out of the village and started walking towards the big top as it goes up, and he's fascinated and like kind of giddy in his step as he's moving forward.
You ever been to the circus?
He keeps walking, then looks down and sees you. He kind of jumps back. He's not used to seeing a small rabbit.
Talking rabbit?
Talking rabbit. He goes, no, what is this?
Oh, I mean, we like to bring joy around to different parts. I mean, it's wow, how do you explain? It's a spectacle. It's there's entertainment, there's games.
Does anyone get hurt?
Not normally, no.
Oh, and you see a
Why?
And he just mousily looks down.
Do you guys normally get hurt having fun?
And he's perplexed in the look in his face. He does not respond. He's just kind of like... But you see a twinkle in his eye. A hopeful presence about him.
I'll tell you what, you come by tonight, I'll let you play one of the games for free.
And you see him like... Really?
Yeah, we can toss rings, throw some darts. There's a whole bunch of stuff. We'll let you pick one. You can have some fun.
I'll have to see if my uncle will let me go.
Make sure he brings money. The rest of them, yeah, the first one's free, but you know, you have to pay if you want to do some other stuff. But it's not too expensive. Just bring some money.
He doesn't like spending money.
Well, there's stuff to do without spending money. You can... There's a lot to see here.
Well, maybe you could persuade him of going to the shop in town.
Sure, yeah.
It's Billgratz. Mercantile. It's the only shop in town.
Billgratz?
Build Raths. So BILDRATHS Mercantile.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to go into town later anyways and try to make sure people are interested in the show. So, yeah, we'll stop by the shop, try to convince your uncle. You said your uncle?
Yeah, my uncle. Bill Gratz himself, yeah. And you see, he's very simple. He seems very simple and like, but there's a spark about him. Very.
As this
yeah.
As this conversation is happening, I just want to say that he hears coming from the big top a voice yell, "God damn it, Roger! I told you if you let that rope slip again, you can taste my toenails!"
What was that?
Like I said, the circus, it's colorful. Colorful for sure. He's entertaining, but you know, we're kind of working right now, so it's not showtime yet, let's say.
So you're the ones responsible for the flyers?
Yeah, I believe, and I look around and
He pulls one out of his pocket and unfolds it.
Yeah, and I see Yeet in the distance. I believe that's the one that responsible for most of the flyers in town right now.
And he looks around. Well,
They gotta be big.
It's just, and I kind of like get down at his level and like point. Well, I get down at his level. How old's this kid? I might be up at his level.
That kid is not young. He's like 14, 15 years old. Like,
so he's probably
younger
taller
guy.
than me already.
He's
So I kind of like jump up and like point.
He's actually kind of a big kid. Like big. Like could really hurt you. Big. Surprisingly big.
Arm boy.
Yes.
I all I'm gonna say is remember what happened with Lenny and the rabbit. All right.
Lenny
Which
and
way did he
Roy.
go, George?
Which way did he go, George? Oh, I'm bringing home a baby bumblebee. And he gets kind of excited. And he goes, well, I gotta get back to the shop. Like I said, stop by. I don't know if you get anything, but I'd like to see you guys.
Yeah, we'll stop by. And like I said, come by tonight and make sure you at least play one game for free.
Oh, I'll try.
And what was your name?
Oh, my name is Periwimple. Well, they call me Periwimple. But I'm my name is Parpal Kantamir. But no one calls me that. I'm Periwimple.
Yeah, I'll stick with the easy one.
Which one's that?
We'll just go with Perry. How about that?
Okay. And you see him kind of go, and he heads up the square, and there's a slight kick in his step a little bit, but as he kicks a rock off the ground, you see that rock he kicks just like flies across the air. There's some power to him, and he's just playful.
I'll wait, like, towards the end of the day, then, as we're setting up, I'll kind of gather everybody together and see if we all want to go into town to help promote the circus.
What does everyone else think?
Yeah, I'd say I would have had my flyers, right? So, you know.
Well, the thing is, whenever the circus comes into town, the flyers fall on their own.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, the magical...
They're magical.
Magical flyers. Well, I did say that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go into town and try to...
Right.
No, yeah.
Be a hype man.
Yeah. But, like, I probably couldn't blend in, but Yeet thinks it's a really good idea to like, oh wow, did you hear about the circus? It looks so cool. I want to go like that. It's a brilliant idea in his mind, even though it's obvious to everybody else that he's from the circus. He's not charismatic.
So, does anybody want to do anything else before you leave the circus? And I'm assuming you guys can see the map that is currently present. It is the town.
I just see the
No.
village.
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
all I
village.
see.
That is the village.
Lodge.
That is
Okay,
the village.
it's not a map though. It's just like the overhead 3D.
Right, exactly. That's
Okay,
what
okay.
I wanted to show. Make sure you guys can see everything. So you see that it is the village. I am going to go ahead and give you guys the overhead map of the village
okay.
itself. As soon as it loads.
Yeah. Oh.
You can see here, this is the main road right here, as I put a
Okay.
marker on.
Yep.
Okay. So you'll be coming up through there.
And whereabouts would we say we're setting up?
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
just
like
like that.
out, like way out here.
Way out there. Okay. Good.
Like you're in the outskirts of town. You're not.
Right. And is that on the far south, that big house? That's the mansion?
You don't know what's what. You see, there's a mansion here, like right here.
Didn't we have the mansion already called out though at one point?
No.
Oh.
That's not the mansion. You're thinking about the castle of Ravenloft itself.
Oh.
That is
okay.
up on a mountain far, far away. And I can give you a general map if you'd like to see that. I can
General
give
map.
you general map, the realm of Barovia. Okay. So you are currently. Let me see if I can find the actual.
Mm.
I love that there's all these little colored dots as people have accidentally clicked with the drawing tool on.
Where? What?
Top left corner, there's 2 purple dots, 2 red dots. Bottom left corner is a purple dot. There's there.
I don't see those.
Oh, weird. Yeah, I see purple and red dots.
I do. As well.
How come I can't see them?
Anyways,
You got polka dot-itis. You can't see polka dots.
I
Oh.
believe Barovia is right here.
Okay.
The castle Ravenloft that you had seen in the distance is up on this mountain up here.
Okay.
Okay. You never went by it, but there's another
Okay.
map, but I don't know where it went. I'll have to reload it. There's a top
Gotcha.
down. There's a top down of this map, which I will get to you guys another time.
No worries. No, thanks for clarifying for me. Okay.
Oops.
And now I can't find the map that you guys were just on.
Oh no.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Ah, here we go. Okay.
Yes, and then main road. Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Cool.
And I gotta say, these maps are freaking beautiful.
So good.
Very
So great. Quite a vibe.
I think this is all done in Unreal too. All these maps, everything are made in Unreal Engine. It's a gaming engine.
Oh.
You're like, ah, yes.
Video
Oh,
game.
yes, Unreal too. Yes.
Hmm. It's still impressive. I love this stuff when they do it right. So, what is your guys' plan? Do you guys plan to go into town?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we'd probably go into town.
He's excited.
Here, go in to promote, and then we can stop by the mercantile. And
That would be the best thing to do.
I want to see everything.
Okay. So, you guys start entering the town of Barovia. I am going to send it over to a street. Just a second.
Oh, a street.
I like the castle in the distance.
What's that over there?
Just to keep the ambiance.
Ooh, ambiance. Oh, it's so muddy.
It's so muddy. As you guys are walking through town, you start noticing that there's like little to no light in these homes. Everything is just about boarded up, and any people you do see, they quickly like are peering through a door or peering like opening the door a little bit and looking and seeing all the weirdos walking down the street or looking through a window. And then as soon as they're noticed, they quickly hide. Some of them are boarded up and closed. Some of them are vacant. You're not exactly sure that even if the village is alive, let alone anything else, it's the end of the day. But you've never experienced a village like this before. It's just void of life, broken and corrupt. It's really in a sad state.
It's almost like me dodging my bookie.
Dodging your bookie.
Oh, man. Oh.
You mean what you just showed Chris in your picture?
Oh, Quellen.
Kind of looks like that. Yeah, Chris, that looks like that.
That's actually, yeah, that's the castle in Germany. It's like up on the hill off in the distance
in
with
the
the
mountains.
clouds around it. Yep.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. So,
So there are no children around?
not that you can see playing or anything.
Well,
You
that's-
do hear, though, as you get closer into town, you hear the sound of small wooden wheels rolling across damp cobblestones. You
We'll
trade-
say as we walk into town, I will have my fiddle out, playing a little jaunty tune as we
Ooh,
walk into
jaunty
town.
tune.
Yes.
So, you trace the lonely sound to a hunched figure bundled in rags. Looks like she's pushing a rickety wooden wagon through the fog of the small town.
Does it look like an adult?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
looks like an older woman.
Okay.
And you slowly hear her go, "Pies for sale, pies for sale.
Ooh, pie.
Got meat pies for sale."
I don't trust it already.
I've seen this play.
I've built this show. I know what happens.
I built this show.
I guess I'll run up to her and say hello. Would you like to come see the circus?
And she
We
goes,
have.
and she goes, "Oh, my poor dear, you snuck up on me."
I know I'm very sneaky. That's part of the act.
Well, my dear, my name is Morgan.
Hi, Miss Morgan. My name is Stuart.
Oh, hi, Stuart. They call me Granny here.
Oh, Granny! I don't have a Granny. Would you be mine?
I could certainly take on another.
Okay. Do you know, are there other kids in the town?
Oh, I'm sure there's a couple. We serve the neighbors as we can.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to make sure that everybody knows that the circus is in town, and it's a lot of fun. There's a lot of games, and it's very exciting. There's an acrobat, and there's a strongman, and there's a lot to see and do, and it's a really fun time. So, do you wanna come with me?
Well, my dear, I've got to do sell my wares as usual. I would love to if I had the time, but I've got sisters to take care of.
Oh.
But I'll keep that in mind. Maybe I can sell my pies around the circus if you don't mind.
Oh, I don't actually have the authority to make that kind of a decision. But what kind of pies do you have?
Oh, these bunch of pies. I've got one called a dream pie.
Ooh.
Would you like one?
Maybe. Does it taste like fruit?
Oh, it tastes like whatever you think is the most wonderful taste in the world, my dear.
Are your eyes enchanted?
I don't even know what that would be.
Yarn's gonna step up
I
and be
actually
like,
asked that.
Yarn's gonna kind of step up and be like, pies?
Oh, who are your friends, my dear?
Yeah, we're all in the circus.
All from the circus, my dear.
Okay, how much is up for one dream pie?
I tell you the truth, my dear. Why don't we give one on the house?
That for a gift for me?
Just for
What?
you, my dear.
I'd like to insight check to see if she seems to be being genuine or deceitful.
Sure, go ahead and roll.
19.
And Yarn's gonna buy a pie because he doesn't really care. He's like,
She offers you a dream pie, no problem, no
Cool.
question.
All right.
From the
yeah.
Fae, I feel uneasy when people offer some free food called dream pie that tastes like anything I wanted to.
At 19,
Yes.
it's not that anything is nefarious. It's just something is off.
What's her name again?
Morgan. Or
Morgan,
she goes
yeah.
by Granny.
Granny Morgan.
Yarn is gonna start scarfing down that pie.
Oh, I want to do that too. I'm gonna try to eat it faster than him.
Nom 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 nom.
I just politely
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm a vegetarian. I just ate anyways.
Nice.
Yarn, you hear Yarn say, "Meat is good." As he's stuffing his face.
Raspberries.
Snozzberries taste like snozzberries.
I want you both to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Okay, we're going to roll really good now. Here we go.
2.
4.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
both of you keep that marked.
Have we
Yeah,
finished
baby.
setting up the big top and everything, Aaron?
They're about finishing up. They're not done yet. They're
Okay.
not going to have anything set, possibly. Maybe later tonight you'll have maybe some games and stuff, but you're not quite sure how that's going to work out. You don't know.
Well, I was trying to figure out whether I had already left with the group or if I was still
No, you
finishing
left.
up
You
work.
left with the group. You are.
Okay.
You can you are the scouting party. They expect you to leave. It's okay.
Yeah, that's why I said I gathered everybody up at the end of the workday of setting up to go into town.
I'm gonna say, even though this happened, because I don't feel like retconning this, that Rondai is just walking up as he sees them
Scarf down the pie.
finishing the pies, and he just looks at them and says, "What did you just eat?"
Oh, by the way, when they ate that, my jaunty tune turned into a sad fiddle, like from fiddle to violin.
Rondai, Granny gave us some pies.
I'm about to prep Spare the Dying.
And with his mouth full, he's like, I was like, pies.
They're dream pies. They taste like whatever you want them to be.
You just see Rondai's already tiny little black eyes just become tiny little slits. Just
She gave it to us for free.
Is the lady still there?
Oh yeah, she looks up and she sees the big guy. She goes, "Oh,
I-
aren't you a big boy?"
Yeah, I'm gonna just look at Rondai and be like, we were just introducing ourselves to this Granny, you said it was?
Ah,
Granny
yes,
Morgan?
Granny Morgan.
Yeah, and then our friends decided to try some of her wares. How are they, guys?
Yarn is licking his fingers
Hmm.
at this point.
It's so good. It tastes just like raspberry.
I told the lady looking at Rondai again that unfortunately I had just eaten, and I know you were with me at the time, but yeah.
She goes, "Well, if you need to find me and you need more pies, you can meet me over at the old windmill in the distance, not far from here."
I'm sure it's lovely and rickety.
It is pleasant, more than you would think.
Well, thank you, Granny. We're gonna go find some other people and make sure they know about the circus and are ready to have some fun.
By the way, could you point us towards the direction of Bildrath's Mercantile, please?
Oh, you're just on the way. Just continue the way. You're gonna come up to a.
oh, Aaron,
Yes.
I would like to. Would you say it would be an investigation or perception check based on? I want to smell these pies that
Sure.
she's selling, like surreptitiously.
Go ahead and make a. I don't know. What would this be? It would be an investigation check since you're doing
Okay.
a smell check.
All right.
You're actively trying to do this.
How do I forget how I turn advantage on this sheet.
Right click.
Oh, is that it? Okay, I was like, I have no clue.
Right click.
Right click.
Oh, there we go. Perfect. Thank you.
Where do I? Oh, on
Like
the roll,
on the
I'm
number,
guessing.
yeah.
Aha. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
now how do you make it go away?
You have to go back, right click, and then turn it back to.
No, but now that I'm right-clicking, it's just opening up a bunch, and I only have the option to roll, but not to close the window.
Well,
Well, I'm rolling them all. Bam, whatever, because I can't get it to go away.
at 20. So you smell, and it smells absolutely delicious.
Oh, I did the same thing, yeah.
It smells amazingly delicious. Like, to a point where it is suspicious.
Vicious.
You're looking at the rest of the space around you, you're looking at her. There's nothing uneasy about her, as you can tell, but it just doesn't seem right. But she turns to you, and she just goes, "Well, if you want a pie, you're welcome to a free one, but only the first ones are free."
Oh no, that's that's okay. I obviously eat some pretty big meals, and he just like slaps his stomach and just ate like he said, but
You're
I'll
lost,
keep you in
dearie.
mind.
I just want to feed all my friends, even new ones. Like I said, please feel free to come visit us over at the windmill if you want
You do
more.
this. You do the same. Come to the circus. Not sure about the pies, like my friend over here said, but you may or may not be able to sell those. But please come visit, anyways. And I just nervously laugh and start walking down the street.
She goes, "Go continue that way, and you'll find an opening. It's a large opening in the square, and you'll find Bilgrass on the right, and the Blood of the Vine on the left."
Thank you.
Anytime, my dear. Anytime. Now, if you don't mind, I have customers.
Are there other people?
She just continues on the way.
Okay.
Oh. Once we get out of sight, I'm just gonna be like, are you guys feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm pretty full.
As Leslie is saying this to the two of them, you see Rondai like slowly plod over, and he grabs both of them by the front of their tops and just picks them both up into the air until they're level with his face and says, "What have I told you to about taking things from strangers?"
You said to do it and make sure they don't catch you.
Yarn says, nothing about pies.
Oh, that's true. Nothing about pies. Are we talking about... I didn't try to steal anything from her. She gave it to us.
I didn't say anything about stealing.
You said taking. You said don't take... When you do talk about taking stuff from people.
You literally watch him, because he's got each one of them in each hand, he literally face palms but with his trunk. Just rubbing his eyes with his own trunk, and he just sets them down. And he goes, taking doesn't just mean stealing, it means you can't always accept gifts either.
Well, I mean, we'll see what this happens, but I'll say that it didn't seem ill-willed, but just uneasy.
Watch how that comes out on the other end.
He just kind of does the same, he just looks back at both of them and says, if either of you start feeling something, you tell me, okay? And he just looks back at Leslie and goes, yeah, that didn't smell right.
I thought it smelled pretty good.
You would know.
You guys continue walking. You see her continue past another way. She turns left.
I'll let the group know that I met with the kid earlier and that about his abnormal strength, or seemed quite inadvertently strong.
You see Rondai get the biggest shit-eating grin you've ever seen him have, and you just as soon as you say that, he goes, "You think he wants to arm wrestle?"
I mean, he may be in it if you're doing it for free, but he said they don't like to spend money. But we're gonna go talk to his uncle. I mean, obviously we gotta get people to come to the circus, and I think that might be harder than normal here. Just looking around at the buildings.
So you guys continue forward.
Yeah.
So you guys continue forward, and she does follow you, take you to the correct path. It's in the corner there. You then see on the left, you see on the left, a sparse light from this building spills out from behind the drawn heavy curtains. A sign over the door, creaking on its hinges, reads Bildras Mercatiles. And on the right, you see a single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square. Its brightness looks like a solid pillar in the heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign hangs precariously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Tavern.
Oh, we're going to the Mercantile.
All right. You guys
I would
walk.
assume we'll go talk to him first, and then we could go to the inn.
So you walk in, and you see. Let me double check to make sure I'm going to be saying the right thing. All right. So you walk in, and you see this human man. The establishment is about 70 feet long, about 40 feet wide. The owner is Bildrath Cantamir. And as you walk in, you see this man, older gentleman, balding. Kind of think, what's his name from Seinfeld?
Jason Alexander.
Jason Alexander, but which was a much more subdued look on his face, not the usual glowing look that he usually has. Just, he looks gray.
Sad George.
Yeah, he just looks gray. It's beyond sad. It just looks gray. Like the spirit is just gone out of him. But he goes, interesting folk. What can I do?
I was
for
gonna
you?"
ask, how big is his door frame?
You can fit in there.
Okay, good. I was gonna say, do I need to like
You'll need to
sidle in sideways?
a little bit, but you can get in.
Put your head in a window.
He goes, interesting folk. What can I do for you?
We're just coming to let you know that the circus is in town.
Interesting.
Yeah, do you have any young ones that you'd like to bring by? They always have a good time.
Not really. Just got to work out back my nephew.
Sure he would enjoy it.
Well, how much does it cost?
Oh, I don't know. How much does it cost?
How much does it cost?
I was gonna say, do we have an entrance fee?
Yes, you did.
Okay, I didn't know if we had like just a general come on in, but that if you wanted to like go in the big top.
Yeah,
or
go in the
do
big
this.
top or whatever.
There is
Yeah.
a cost. Sorry, I have to go past and look. Because I told you guys before, I just don't remember the right in the top of my head.
Yeah.
2 silver pieces buys you a ticket to the carnival. While the big top shows, the Hall of Horrors, and the side shows have their own entry fees. That help?
Yes.
Yeah. What does this gentleman have for sale?
Most of everything you'd need. But it'll cost you.
Well, you're a store, I would assume so. How else would that work?
Oh, could you give us something?
No, he just said it would come. Don't mind my friend.
But Granny just gave us something outside.
Who gave you what?
Granny! Granny
Yes.
outside with the pies. She gave
Oh.
us pies.
I wouldn't have gotten those pies.
Spoiled? Or something else?
Oh, just don't trust her.
Why not?
There's just something that feels off about her.
Well, good to know you got some sense in your head.
Oh, yeah, that's why I have a business here. Now, what can I do for you?
So what does he have that might be useful slightly to me? I am looking for something around the cost of, let's say, 4 silver pieces to buy from him.
4 silver?
In and about that area. Basically, I just want to find something and be like, here, let me buy this from you, and how about you take your nephew and you come by and visit the circus later this evening, or whenever we're open tomorrow.
So
I don't
you're
know what it-
basically, if you buy something from him, you'll let them
I'm trying to buy something, give him the money to take him and his nephew to the circus. Yes.
4 silver, huh? I'm sorry, you made my life majorly difficult.
I mean, I don't even care. Like, it could be, I don't know. What's a bag of ball bearings cost? There you go. Those always come in handy down the campaign trail. to make it somewhat simple because I know bag of ball bearings is in the DMG.
1 GP.
Holy crap, ball bearings are expensive.
To be fair, that's a bag of 1,000.
I know, but that's I think the only way they come. Yeah, no, actually, I'll go ahead and buy a bag of ball bearings. So I will toss him 10 silver to make sure he doesn't have to break his own change. And
you put the
or
10 silver. You put
five
the
silver.
it's 10 for every 1 gold, I believe.
Yeah.
You put down that, and he looks and goes, "Pff, I don't know where you get that idea. Ball bearings are far more expensive than that here."
Well, how much do they run here?
Give me a minute.
There's a Barovia conversion rate.
Yes,
I know.
there
Did we
is.
stop at the bank and convert our money over? Shit.
Yeah, it's
Everything's better in Barovia.
yeah, he goes, "That'll be 10 gold pieces, my boy."
Whoa!
Well, what do you have that costs less? I'm not spending that much on ball bearings.
He Rondai picks up what you're putting down, and he just kind of
Everything is, well, I'll just tell you, everything is 10 times the price. So,
Yeah.
I only have items that are priced lower than 25 gold pieces on the table. Does that make sense? But it's 10 times the price of that.
Yeah.
So, I don't want to, that's just the way he is. Because he'll tell you, if you can get it someplace else, cheaper, then great. Don't waste my time. As he's looking through the list. Now, is there anything else I can do for y'all?
I'll just get something cheaper. Like, I don't know. I have a candle in my backpack that's 0.05 gold pieces. So even at 10 times, it'd be 5 silver. So I'll buy a candle for 5 silver if that works.
Is that all you want, my boy? Just a candle?
Yeah, I mean, just, how about you take your nephew and come visit the circus? It'll be a good time. And I covered your fee into there.
Tell you what, my
We
boy,
also-
you add another silver on this and you've got that.
Rondai just flicks it at him, like flicks it onto the counter and says, "You should bring yourself too. We got some vendors of our own. Might find something that you can pick up to resell."
It's, not strange stuff, is it?
I won't lie to you, some of it's oddities and curiosities, yeah, but we got some other things too. Food items, things like that.
Stuff that's unholy?
Oh, no, not that kind of weird, but some of it is, curiosities, things like that. We do try to put on a show, but what I'm telling you is we got some normal stuff too, some food items, things like that you might be able to resell at the store.
I'll think about it. Not exactly a buyer's market out here, as it were.
That's why I'm letting you know. It sounds like we have access to cheaper goods, places we've come from than you, so you might be able to buy it at a cheaper price and sell it at your normal, Barovian price.
Imported goods fetch a good markup.
Go ahead and make a what's it called?
Persuasion.
A persuasion check with advantage because he helped you with that.
Ooh.
I'm saying not Leslie, but
Oh, well, I'm not
Oh.
good at persuasion, but we'll
I was
give
gonna
it.
say I rolled a 21, but
You barely
Wise
helped
one.
him with that. He said about buying merchandise. 18? And then you just finished up with that little bit. So that's why I said he had to roll the persuasion. He goes, that sounds like a promising idea. Boy! And you see the Periwinkle come walking out. He goes, yes? Yes? And he goes, you responsible for these weirdos?
Hi.
He goes, they just seemed interesting. Why? He goes, sounds like we could be eating for a while. Thanks, boy. And he throws his piece of silver at him. Get back to work. And he goes, okay. And he looks to you guys and he has a slight grin as he sees you, Leslie, and he just smiles and he goes, so are we going tonight, Uncle? He goes, it's a good opportunity for money. So yes, we'll be going, my boy. He goes, and then he goes, get back to work. And he goes like, okay. And you see this gleam in his eye as he runs out, goes back down in the cellar where he was working. He goes, any other business?
Tell your friends, and I just walk out.
Okay.
Can I try to sneak down into the? Where is the cell? Is it like behind where?
It's behind, yes.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to do it then. Okay. Well, then let's go try to find some more people, more kids.
I was gonna say onwards to the tavern, but if you're trying to find kids, maybe.
I'll just keep going through the town, trying to find people.
We do have a kid's playpen at the tavern.
It's like the daycare at the YMCA.
Yeah. It's a family bar.
It's a family bar.
What, you guys never had one of your relatives take you to the bar and like just sit you at the bar while they drank? That
Drinking
never
your
happened to you
Shirley
guys?
Temple.
I mean, we went to the bar all the time when I was a kid, and usually
Yeah.
just go to the pool table and start playing with the cue ball and tossing
Yeah.
it around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Aren't public houses supposed to be for everybody?
I mean, yeah, in that sense, yes. If you're talking like a legit public house, yeah.
But I mean, Quigley's was really that for us.
Yeah, like if you have food and all that kind of stuff, then yeah, it's going to be more than just a bar.
I wasn't good ways.
Rest in peace, Quigley's. Rest in peace. You are gone, but not gone in our hearts. You're muted.
I said, did he close? I thought they wanted to sell it.
They sold it and they bought a new restaurant. Went in its place.
Oh.
He did say that he did train them to cook his wings because they know how popular his wings are, and I think the wings are on the menu, but much more limited than what he had in flavors.
Okay.
Because I know Greg's a wing fan too, especially if it's hot or good. His
Yeah,
wings
yeah,
are
he had good wings. They were good.
But anyways, sidetrack.
Yeah, you
Pull one
just
out,
see,
flat one.
as he steps out, Rondai just kind of goes, well, kind of looks like the place that's got one in and one store. We hit the one store. I guess it's time to hit the one in.
Okay.
He just like starts sauntering over to the tavern.
Okay.
Leslie, you should get out your violin again. I think if we go in and put on a
Sure.
show, then that'll be really exciting.
as you get closer to the sign, you see that the blood of the vine it has actually been scratched. An N has been scratched over with the F of blood of the vine. So it used to be called Blood on the Vine, but now it's Blood of the Vine Tavern. But as you walk in, you see a blazing fire in a hearth gives a scant warmth to the few fuddled souls within. You see the barkeep, and you see 3 men sitting together, and you see a man sitting alone at a table not too far.
That's it.
That is it. You see the barkeep and he goes, "Hey! Welcome to Blood of the Vine. What can I do you for?"
My jaunty violin tune just goes when I walk in and see so few people.
You see as the violin perks up as you walk in. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. And as you come through, you see also, like, you see these 3, as they look up at you, you go, "Oh. The different stone skin. That's Vistani. Sitting at the bar. At a table. 3 of them. Odd." And I know you guys have known. If you notice in the soundbar, we have added more.
I like it.
Should I explain them real quick for you?
I think you probably should.
All right. So the first
I
one,
think we should leave it as a surprise, and we should just
Oh.
work them in
okay.
as they become appropriate.
Yeah. That's fair. That's fair.
Should we be led by the description or more by the emoji that was selected?
It depends
it
on.
Depends.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Some of
mean,
them-
I don't know how you can get this worked in, but you could try to get this worked in.
Stop looking at me, Swan.
I mean, maybe a unique breed of what's the bird race?
Aarakocra?
Yeah.
I also think it's probably going to be hard to work in.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
But I think some of the others we can manage to work in.
Yeah, we could definitely work in the other ones. And yes, I've made it so you all can create new ones on the soundboard. So you could edit and make your own soundboard.
Yeah, he's given us horrible power.
Yeah. But hopefully I won't
This
get...
is like when all of us could draw on the map all over again.
Yeah.
We can still do that.
I know, but we all decided to have a penis armistice.
A penis-dis.
A penisist. So, you see the bartender. He goes, "Hey, what can I do for you?"
Well, I mean, if nobody says anything, Yarn's gonna go up and say, "Wine, please."
Yeah. He hands you. You see a pretty, not a very clean glass, as clean as it's gonna be. He's been wiping and wiping and wiping. Great. I'm glad you could make another cloud in the sky there.
I'm just practicing with the new drawing tools. I haven't really used them very much yet.
He goes, "All right, that'll be a copper."
Cool. I give him a copper.
Okay. Take your wine. He goes, "What did it do for the rest of you?"
Do you have any milk?
Am I a cow, my dear?
Don't know. Are you a cow?
Do you see any cows in the fields out there?
Oh, we just got here. We wouldn't know.
There are no cows.
Oh.
I've got
Mm.
What?
limited wine and limited beer. What will it be?
Take the biggest beer you have.
I'll go too.
He kind of just puts his hand on.
I take that back. It's more than a silver. He actually asked for a gold piece for that. Wine is
Oh.
extremely rare right now. He goes, I can give you the wine, but it is extremely expensive at the moment.
Hold on, let me look at how much gold I have. I only have 50. So he kind of flinches, right?
Mhm.
Says, expensive wine. Why expensive wine?
Well, it's been drying up as of late, my boy. There's our usual shipment that comes in hasn't been coming in.
Ale?
Oh, got plenty of ale. That'll only be a silver.
Ale.
Yes.
Yeah, one for me as
He
well.
flips him a silver.
All right. Everyone an ale.
He puts his hand on each shoulder and goes, he's still a little young. You got any small beer?
He comes over and you see a little shot glass.
Oh no, I don't mean like small. I meant like in the medieval sense. It was like
Light.
it was basically
Oh,
closer
no.
to water than beer, but it had been brewed, so it was safe to drink.
Can't say I
It's
do, my boy. We all are in a suffering times.
Okay, I don't need anything.
And I wouldn't suggest the water.
Yeah, that's why I was seeing if you had a small beer for him. But
What happened
As
to all the
for me-
cows?
He looks to you and he goes, we haven't had the sun in our parts in a very long time.
Oh.
What do cows eat?
The grass and the photosynthesis.
It's very
Yes.
expensive here.
Mm.
Now I can give you a general stew that we have in the back if you're hungry. And if you need a room, we've got plenty of spaces.
We have a place to
yeah,
sleep.
no need for the room. Let me ask you, what's your strongest drink?
I have some shit that I make myself. It
You just see this giant smile come on Rondai's face as soon as he hears that it's some shit that he makes himself.
it's I can't say it's tasty, but it gets the job done.
Strong stuff very rarely is.
He just smiles at him and says, "All right, how much for your special brew?"
Oh, that'll be 3 silver.
He just hands him 3 silver and smiles.
All right, you see this? He takes out this jug, and you're not quite sure of this jug, but he takes it out. You hear the cork just, and he pulls it out, and you see this liquid, and
This is all the mugs left on the tables being poured into a jug, isn't it?
it comes pouring out, and
Is it thick?
it's
What I'm imagining is like Pachine.
it's something. It and he goes, grow hair on your chest.
Let me put it this way: does it smell like alcohol?
Offensively so.
Yeah, like it smells like just like pure grain alcohol.
Stings the nostrils.
He's very happy and just fucking downs.
Okay, you down it,
Oh.
and if you could taste swamp, you have tasted swamp for the first time in your life.
No,
I need you to make
poison
a I need
condition.
you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right.
Okay, you're able to take it down, but it is foul. Like, if something was rotten in it as well. As, you know, like, you're not quite sure if you ever want to have that ever again. And
The worm.
suggest you shouldn't.
I look up at him. So, how was it? Okay,
kinda
no,
hear,
I'll,
like,
I'll stick with the beer. I'll stick
I
with the
mean,
beer. Yeah.
I mean,
Smack his lips for a second, and he just goes.
he's slightly chewing it.
Yeah, he goes. Like you hear him just like smacking his lips, and he just goes, "Little gamey."
Exactly the description you want from alcohol. I'll stick with the beer.
It's almost like bubble tea.
Alcohol should not be gamey. He goes, well,
That's why.
everyone, take a load off. You're welcome here. Once nightfall comes around, though, we lock the doors, so if you don't want to stay here soon, you might want to leave.
I'll start walking around to the other people and talking to them and handing them flyers. Even though they probably already have flyers.
Right.
That's just that's all I can do.
The trash can's just filled with them inside the door.
The Vistani kind of just keep to themselves. They don't really pay attention to you.
Wait, I'm friends with Crystal and Madame Eva. Do you know them? Are they your friends too?
He goes, Crystal?
Yeah. Oh wait. Oh, did she have a fake name?
I didn't write it down if she had a fake name.
Yeah, me either.
He goes, you know Crystal?
Yeah, she's our friend.
So then you know Madame Eva.
Yes, she's also our friend.
She gave me this! I'm gonna pull out the little toy that I stole.
He just smirks, and the three other go, glad to see she's of service. So, please enjoy our wares at our inn, and please pay your tab. That's all we ask.
Oh, are you the owners of this? You own this place?
Yes.
Oh, well, that's great. It's really, really nice. We're just stopping through, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to stay here overnight, but I do think if you would want to come and check out the circus, that would be really fun too. Something different, something fun. It's got lots of lights and colors, and you can see a lot of things.
And he just kind of winks at you and goes, I'll think about it.
Okay.
So, why do you guys lock the doors at night? As somebody who usually, makes our business after dusk.
After a certain hour, people do not walk the streets. And it's best to keep the doors shut.
Is it like a high crime rate or?
Something like that.
So, like about what time?
Oh, next couple hours, I would suspect.
Okay. Because we do have 2 shows on weekend nights. Like there's the regular show time and then there's like the late show. So
I would suggest resetting those for a different time.
Now, our circus doesn't lock necessarily, so should there be something we're worried about? Like, I sleep in a tent generally.
was it the wolves? We
Yeah, we did
some
run into
wolves
the
earlier.
He goes, there's far worse things than the wolves, my dear.
Bears.
Just stay in at night.
Okay.
As he comes back and he sits back nursing his drink again.
We're gonna have to talk to Lothar about that a little bit later on if we're gonna have to adjust the schedule.
Can I walk over then to the one guy that's sitting alone?
Sure.
Say, hi! I don't know if you've heard, but the circus is in town. That's us. We're part of the circus, and so I just wanted to come and make sure everybody knew. It's gonna be a lot of fun. There's a lot of acrobats and shows and games, and there's really good food. So we're gonna be open tonight, and just want to make sure everybody knows. So can you come?
He looks and he smirks, and he has a glimmer in his eye. Just something bright about him. Something that the others in the space, besides the Vistani, just don't have. You look back at the innkeeper, and you see this just dullness, much like the mercantile, Bildrath. Just soulless behind his eyes. But him, he goes, huh. Aren't you a bubbly little one?
Thanks. My name is Stuart. What's your name?
My name is Ismark.
Ismark.
Are you here for long?
Oh gosh, we'll probably be here maybe like 2 weeks.
Yes? There's not much light in this town.
We have lots of light.
Yeah, we
So-
definitely bring our own.
I tell you what. Would you mind joining me? Have a seat. I'll pay for your drinks.
Sure. But they don't have any
course.
milk here, so you can't really. Not really allowed to drink anything.
So, retrospective question. The lady selling or giving away pies, did she have the kind of dead look, or
No.
is she more like him?
She's more like him.
Okay.
He,
I'll sit down. But I definitely set my beer at the table to kind of clearly say, like, oh yeah, I already got one, thanks.
He looks to you all, he goes, welcome to Barovia.
Thank you.
My name
So-
is Ismark. Me and my adopted sister, Irina, live here with my father, who in a small home. It's not a small home. In the mansion down south. He was the burgomaster of the town. Unfortunately, you have not. I wish you'd come sooner. He would have loved the circus.
Your dad?
He recently passed.
Oh,
I'm
no,
sorry to
I'm
hear
so
that.
sorry.
What? Maybe your light will bring some joy into our world. But,
How old is he?
A younger
He's
man.
an adult.
He's an adult
Younger.
man. Young man, but he's not super young. He's in his 20s.
Okay. And
Late
Okay.
20s, I would say.
okay.
Would your sister like the circus?
I think she certainly will, but she's not leaving the mansion anytime soon, unless my father can get properly buried.
Oh, sure.
See, the body still lies in wait in the home.
Oh.
What's
Yarn's gonna say, how he die?
He goes, I tell you what. If you do me a favor and join me, maybe you can do me a favor and I can tell you a story along the way.
He said do me a favor and do what?
And he goes, maybe you can do me a favor and I'll tell you the story along the way. If you care to join me to my home.
Yarn's gonna look back at the big guy. Because he doesn't want to get held up by his, you know, he doesn't want to get shaken again, you know. So he's like, you see him kind of look
Hey,
up.
I didn't shake you. I just picked you up so I could look you in your eyes. I can't get down on your level, so I got to bring you up to mine. He just kind of looks at this guy, and he kind of squints his eyes at him for a second. He just goes, "Uh-huh. What sort of favor are we talking about here, big shoots?"
Well, the reason of my father's death, to be honest, is the lord in the castle above has keen interest in my sister.
My big little rabbit ears poke up.
He defended her one evening, and in response we found him dead in the square. But I tell you what, you defend her, you help her. If you agree to help her here, get him buried, maybe something can be accomplished.
You need help burying your father?
Well, Irina wants him buried.
Where's the cemetery?
It's just north of here. But we need to go to the Burgermaster first. South. The Mansion.
I thought he was the Burgermeister.
He is. The Burgermaster Mansion is down south.
Go to his mansion.
We have to go there.
You have to go there. He goes, my sister refuses to leave the home. And I would like her, and do you guys agree to walk with him?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. As you are walking, he tells a story of his father being murdered on the streets to defend against her. Against Strahd.
Against the Lord in the cat. Against Strahd.
Against Strahd.
Because Strahd was being disrespectful?
No.
Does he know who murdered him?
They only
is that in the story?
They only assume. But he continues and he goes, I would like her away from this town as soon as possible. But she won't leave the town until he's buried. If you can escort her to Vallaki, it's a settlement in the heart of the valley, and it's beyond the view of the castle. Maybe she will have much more hope there.
Does she have any skills?
Well, she's very bright. Very strong.
No, I mean, like, can she, like, put her leg over her head, or can she sew, or, like...
She,
Everybody has to work at the circus. It's not just a free ride, okay?
She has her abilities.
I'm just reciting the speech that Rondai, I'm sure, has given Yeet about responsibility and work and effort that has to be done, and everyone has to contribute.
He is behind you, sort of proud, but as you're saying this, he leans over and says, you might not want to lead with, putting your legs over your head, kid. I'll explain later. There we go. That's right. You beat me to it. I was gonna wait until we met the sister. It's also a good spot.
I couldn't help it. It had to be done.
Yeah.
Oh,
Excellent.
I need to
so
look up.
That took me
So-
like an hour to get it cut and right so that I could do
Oh.
it.
Is so perfect. So perfect.
Yeah, 'cause it has to be less. What is it? Less than 5 seconds? It's like 5 or like
Yeah.
5.2 seconds or something
And
like that.
technically-
there's a lot of rumor, but there isn't actually a set amount from what I've seen and followed on Twitch, like copyright infringement.
Oh, no,
There's a
this
lot
is-
of rumors, but no
Right.
actual set.
This is
thing.
actually for the actual thing. It has to be 5.2 seconds.
Oh, gotcha. I was thinking
Yeah,
like copyright infringement.
Oh yeah, no.
Oh,
The soundboard itself has a limit on
Oh.
how
So,
large the WAV file you can add.
Technically, there is rumor. It's not just rumor, not just in there, but in other forms. It's usually around 7 to 8 seconds is usually the cut line.
Yeah, and see, but YouTube, they say 30 seconds. So that's why I'm saying there's no
Yeah.
real, like, yeah.
When in doubt, use it sparingly
Yeah.
and move
Yeah.
forward. So, yes, that's one of my favorite ones. Because
That's awesome.
it took
So
me over
funny.
an hour to get it cut right. But anyways, he goes, you persuade her and help her bury her father, and maybe we have some hope here.
So I know she needs to be escorted, but what's holding up your dad from being buried?
There's a lot of things being held up in this town. The people are just fearful. I can tell you several things. And maybe you can help with this too.
Cemeteries can be scary.
And as he's talking with you as you're walking, he goes, for the past year, people have been going missing. And it's been very odd. They've tasked me with trying to find out where they want, finding out where they went, but I really haven't had time trying to protect my sister and just trying to keep it together. Maybe if you can spend some time there investigating that could be helpful. And then, well, we've noticed an illness hitting our town too. People have gone down and ill and then they rise again. Another thing that is turning people away from going to graveyards. If you could investigate that would be great help.
Let me dot our I's and cross our T's here, so to speak. These people perceivedly die from this illness and then raise from their deathbed.
Supposedly, yes.
Oh.
And like I said, also the missing people. It's all just horrible.
Is it that just been happening in this town or just like all down the valley?
I don't know about the rest of the valley, but this town, this is what I care about. I can only handle what I can handle. I can barely handle this. And he puts his head down, like he feels like an utter failure. And I have no milk either. No goddamn milk.
That sounds really stressful, and I totally understand about the milk situation. I think we gotta help you. That sounds like it's really tough, and I think it's really brave of you to ask for help. That's a really great thing. And maybe, okay, wild idea. You need to cheer yourself up. What could you do? What could you do that could help cheer you up?
I heard the circus was in town.
Oh, that's right. Do you like popcorn?
Do you like fun?
He looks and he smiles. And he goes, as long as I get my sister to safety, I'll be happy.
Oh, we'll sure as heck try.
We've been tasked to look around and kind of scout ahead for the circus, so I mean, we might be able to help. It sounds like we'll be doing a bit of traveling through this region anyways.
Can you show us where the cemetery is?
Real quick, player
We're heading
to
opposite
GM,
directions.
Yes.
not in story. Is he asking for us to take Irina on, like, into the circus?
Yeah, he feels like that would be a very, very safe way to do this.
And get her to that other city.
Yes.
Okay. I was loudly chewing, I think, when you explained that and missed it.
What was the city where
Valaki?
the
That's what I got. I don't know if that's accurate.
Valaki, yes.
Okay.
Valaki?
So, he goes, you do these couple things for me and get my sister safe, then maybe we can get somewhere. Maybe we have some hope.
Now, those other people at the bar, they mentioned locking the doors after a certain time, and I mean, we are intense, so is it going to be safer for your sister with us?
If you're moving and hiding her, probably will be safer. Anything safer than being here.
There's definitely more people to blend in within the circus, so...
Under the shadow of this castle, there's no way she'll be safe.
Well, we move about every 2 weeks, so...
And I'll keep that in mind.
And was he walking us to
Yeah,
the
he's
mansion?
walking
Okay,
to the
great,
mansion.
okay.
And what time is it now? Yeah. We're going to go ahead as we go to the mansion. And you're going to go ahead. We're going to take a 10-15 minute break right now.
Ooh,
This has been
snack
fun, guys,
time.
so far. So, a lot going on. A lot of setup. So, we'll move forward next. Okay? All right, we are back in Barovia. So, he leads you guys back. He goes down south of the town, in the village, to a mansion. And it's seen better years. He leads you in, opens the door, and he goes, Irina! Irina! I bring friends. And she comes out, and she's wearing black. And you see her come out in black. Pale skin. And she goes, friends, in this place? What are you? And she turns and sees you all, goes, friends?
Hello.
I'm like, zoo animals. What is this?
What? That's so rude.
How old is this woman, and what does she look like? Because that's going to decide how Rondai responds to what she's just said.
It's a striking young woman with auburn hair. Beautiful.
Okay. Okay. First of all, and second,
loud.
sorry, buddy. And second, he's gonna let that one pass then. Unfortunately for the rest of you, one of Rondai's stated character flaws is he's a sucker for a pretty face.
With the passive perception of 17, which is probably the highest one, one thing you do notice on her neck, as you see her walk away, and she goes, "Come with me." 2 bite marks on her neck.
Would I, with my general knowledge, have any idea of what those are?
Looks like a bite. I guess you could do a... No.
I'm assuming, like, vampires aren't, like, intrinsic to this land, though. That's why I'm asking, like, would I have any knowledge of what it looks like?
You can make assumptions, but you're not 100%. Is that fair?
Okay.
I mean,
Yep. No, that's why I'm just curious.
to be fair, we
Not
are
by name,
from Faerun. And it's not like vampires are some, like, mythological thing there. They're, like, a thing that is known to exist and, like, be a real thing. So,
Yeah, that's what I'm asking. Like, would I see that and have my suspicions at least?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, not like definitive answers, but at least like...
yeah, you at least do, like, a...
Mhm. Okay. Like, well, I don't really take kindly to the remark about the animals, but I am apologizing for tracking all this mud in here. It just sticks to the fur.
He goes, "It's fine. Come with us." And he comes over. And he walks you into a parlor, and at the end you see the casket of the old burgomaster sitting at the end. He turns to the right and he grabs what looks like very little whiskey left in what was a container. Grabs it and pours himself a small taste. He goes, and then he sits down and he goes, and you see Irina, she's at the edge of the casket, trying to, like, clean him up, her father up as best she can, preparing him for burial. And he goes, These folk are willing to help. Irina, these folk are willing to help. And she goes, she stops.
You were until she was so rude.
Well, she's not paying attention. She's just kind of focusing back to what she was doing. And you see her put her arm on the side of the casket, take a deep sigh. Are they willing to help bury him? And then he goes, are you willing to leave? She goes, yes. Then they're here to help you bury him. Here's the deal. You protect the proceedings of the burial in the morning, and we could proceed as well. We can proceed safely from there. So long as she is safe and he is buried, that's the deal.
Assuming she's preoccupied, I look at the brother and be like, no offense, but she doesn't look to be the type that's going to want to come out and stay with a bunch of carnies.
She'll surprise you. She's usually much more spirited when she's in better mood.
Can I look around the room,
Mhm.
like, just to see what they've got going on here in the mansion?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a investigation.
Oh no.
Nothing of note that you can see around the room. I mean, nothing
Pretty
that.
crummy place.
Yeah, it has 4 walls and a fireplace to keep you warm. I mean, like, it is more decorative than the places you've been to, but nothing that you can just grab and take.
I wasn't looking for that. I was looking for like portraits or like trying to get a sense of like what's these people's deal.
No, well, you do see a portrait as you walked in of him as a young boy.
Okay.
Standing next to his father. But you don't see her.
Oh!
You're not in this picture, Irina. You're adopted?
They found me, my dear.
How old were you when they, sorry, dog, found you?
I don't know. 12, 13? I can't remember.
Wow.
I don't even know my age at this point. Exactly.
Oh, we have a game where we guess that back at the carnival.
It's a really good game.
Yeah. Guess you wait too.
What these other two are hinting at is that you'd be in good company among us. It's true of most of us too.
That's true.
Well, if you are as good as my brother says, and takes good care of me and takes care of my father over here, then I'll join you.
So, we just need to bury him in the morning. And then well, the circus is gonna be here for a little bit longer. Is that gonna be okay? Because I don't really think we can leave, like, right away.
As long as I can leave safely and unnoticed.
Well-
Unnoticed. I feel like kind of the point of the circus is to be noticed, but we
We
can try to
do-
make you blend in.
We try to strive to be the center of attention for sure.
Maybe that's exactly
Oh, you
what
know
we
what? We could. Oh, we could disguise you with
Clown.
makeup. Yeah.
Oh. Were you
No,
thinking
yeah, as a-
simpler?
No,
clown?
like a clown.
Okay.
She
You
smirks.
just
We can
hear
just- we
Rondai
can-
chuckling over
We
their
can
shoulder.
draw a smile on your face, and then it'll be
Yarn,
great.
Yarn says, hide in plain sight.
Yeah.
This is the wisdom of Nip Sniffer, the Burglar King.
The Burglar King. Wow.
She smirks.
He also says, "Have it your way."
Stop looking at me, Swan.
She smirks and she goes, "They are a light, aren't they, my brother? Come back in the morning. Help me carry my father across to the other side."
Other side of the house, or
No, no.
the town? Is that where the cemetery is?
She's very literal, isn't she?
Yeah, he's still learning.
Is it a she or a he?
It's a boy.
No.
Yes, the female name Stuart.
Sorry, I couldn't. I just. It's hard for me when I see a female face in front of me, not to say he. So I do apologize, Reagan. It's not intentional.
Work on my pronouns, buddy. All you gotta do is practice.
He goes, "He's pretty literal, isn't he? All right. Help me carry his body to the graveyard and bury him properly with the priest."
Oh, a priest.
Yes, the priest.
Okay.
Donovich, he lives up here. I mean, lately he's been shunned by much of the people for obvious reasons. But the one thing my father deserved is a rightful burial. And I won't keep that from him, no matter the danger. Come back
What
in the
kind of-
morrow.
What kind of danger are we talking about? More wolves or people or?
Worse.
Bears.
I wish, my dear.
Oh, okay.
As she
We have a dancing bear at the circus.
dabs, she takes a cloth and dabs the wound and puts it back into her pocket. The handkerchief.
What happened?
You okay there?
You're bleeding a little bit right there.
Oh.
You got some stuff on you.
I'll be fine. Just do what we ask and I'll do what you ask of me.
Okay.
In what is gonna be one of the creepier things I've ever said in D&D, Aaron, I would like to surreptitiously sniff this woman.
Oh my god.
I've seen her. I saw her dabbing at her neck, and it come away with blood. And I've been around enough to know what that might mean, and I want to see if she's undead.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
She's not dead. But there is an aura about her. Something smells slightly off. Like she's been slightly touched by death.
Mm-hmm. I'm smelling something on her, not so much her.
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of what you're getting at. Okay.
Yes.
He just keeps his thoughts to himself then.
Are we, whatever did that to you, is that what you're afraid of?
She looks down at you and then turns her head back to the casket, and she goes, "Please just do what I say. I will see you in the morning."
Yeah, of course. We'll see you tomorrow. I think we should be on our way.
Oh my.
I feel the same way, honestly. Really.
I thought that was a soundboard there for a second.
Your
sorry.
dogs hearing the same thing my dogs are.
I don't know. Hey, it's fine. They're allowed to walk around the neighborhood.
Nope. they're
Yeah.
not.
I guess
No, they're
we
not. Go home.
get out of here, people.
Get out of my house.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Okay. I mean, I guess if we're getting kicked out, we should leave.
He Ismark leads you back to the door and he goes, "And if you have time, please investigate what's going on in the town," as I asked. It'd be a great
Yeah.
help. And it would lend towards more trust from my sister.
Yeah, she's kind of got a bad attitude right now.
Her
But like, I
father's-
get it. I understand because she's gone through a lot of hard stuff.
Her father's dead,
I know.
and she blames herself.
She blames herself. Did she kill him?
No, she didn't kill him.
Did he get bit too?
Something like that. Go. You better return back before it gets too dark.
Are we gonna be allowed to have the circus open at night, or do you think we really? It's not safe?
Matinees only.
Yeah, matinees only.
You do what you please.
Okay,
That's
one.
not an
that's-
answer.
And you
Have a
heed it
good
all
night.
morning.
And I turn and leave.
You've been told multiple times you should not be doing any shows at night.
Yeah, but everybody's all cagey about it.
Okay.
As you guys are leaving town, and I'm assuming that's what you guys are doing, right?
Yeah.
Going back to. Yeah.
Back to the circus shop.
You hear a howling in the distance. Not a human, not a wolf howl, but it sounds like a woman crying and weeping
Oh no.
from a house just nearby.
Can I go and like peek into the window?
Sure. Do you want to go ahead and do you want to do a stealth, or do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Hey, be careful. And I give you Bardic Inspiration.
You wanna do it stealthily?
Okay.
You
Yeah.
have a D6 to use as you see fit.
Okay.
You
don't
stealthily
need
look
it.
up and you look through the window and you see this woman in the middle of the room. And as you're peeking through a couple of boards, so you have like maybe this much space in between. And you hear this woman screaming and moaning, and like it sounds like she's in pain, but it's more like sorrow. And you see her sitting there, legs to the side, as she's just hugging herself and crying. What do you do?
Can I see anything else in her house? Like she's
It's-
just alone?
She's just alone.
Crying?
It's pretty barren, yes. I mean, there's some, like, it looks like it's a living space, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
pretty bare minimum.
I'll go back to the group and I'll say,
I think she's okay in like a physical sense, but clearly not an emotional sense. She seems really sad, but she's alone. So maybe we should leave her alone. You know how sometimes you're supposed to, you just need a moment to cry by yourself?
The actual words, and I'll say this now,
Oh.
is a moaning sob floats through the still gray streets, coloring your thoughts with sadness. The sounds flow from a dark two-story townhouse. And then finally, I'll also give you the description of the Burgomaster's mansion, if you'd want.
oh,
It's a weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gates repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet, against the walls, the growth had been tramped down to create a path all about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen. The interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are boarded up, and are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. The Burgomaster is in a side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin, surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay. I'm sorry I did not give you that description, but I should have.
that's okay. That's good.
Man, what a dreary place. Why is everybody so sad all the time?
I think we need to bring the clowns into town.
I think so too. Oh no.
What do you guys do after you've seen this woman crying?
I mean, I think she seems like she's safe. She's alone. She's not like actively being harmed. And I feel like it's already obvious people here are pretty miserable. So I kind of feel like we should go talk to the circus and tell Lothar, like, we got a situation here.
At least slide a flyer under her door.
Can I stealthily slide a flyer under her door?
I mean, I could
While
sell
they're-
them.
While they're talking, Rondai tries to make himself look as small as he can and walks up and knocks on the door.
What do you do if she's upset? Maybe she wants to be alone.
You suddenly hear the moaning and crying just stop suddenly. And you hear slight movements. You hear then the door and open. Yes.
I don't mean to intrude, ma'am. I just I heard crying and I wanted to make sure you were okay.
I'm fine. And you see her, as you look through the crack, you see her holding a small doll in her hand. And looks down.
How old is this lady? Assuming I'm basically underneath Rondai's
late 30s.
leg because I was putting a flyer under the door.
Late 40s, 50s, young, older woman.
Again, I don't mean to pry, ma'am, but with what's going on in the town, are you are you missing one of your young ones?
And she just looks at you and she goes, "My daughter. Have you seen my daughter?"
I haven't seen her personally, no, ma'am, but we just came from the Burgermeister and he asked us to look into the fact that some folks in your town here had gone missing, and I just kind of put two and two together with the doll there.
I don't know about that. She's been gone for months. But I did see a figure 2 nights ago. Drag a man down the street. House down the 2 doors down. Dragging up north.
Did he pull him out of the house, or was he pulling him
I don't know. I
into
wasn't
it?
looking.
Okay, that's all right, ma'am. I tell you what, I'm with the circus that's here in town, and if there's anything else you think of that you think might help, you come and you let them know that you want to talk to, well, you want to talk to a man named the Three Fists.
I reach down and grab the flyer from under the door and just hand it to her.
Yeah. And I'll see what I can do for you, ma'am.
And she looks at it and she goes, "My daughter would have loved the circus. Thank you."
Yeet's gonna start crying and say, "She really would have."
She's explaining here, and I'll draw a line here. It's a one. She goes, let me double check here, but it's basically the house is right here. This is her house right here.
Okay.
And she saw the body being dragged upward, and you see the writing, the drawing, up north.
Up north. Okay. So away from the mansion.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
And she saw it like kind of reaching towards the square, but she doesn't know where it went from there.
Right. Sure. Okay. Yeah, they could have gone anywhere, huh?
But she did point to the house down the street where another man has gone missing, which is this one here.
Interesting. So that's 2 men on her street that have gone missing?
The one man has gone missing.
Oh, 1 man's gone missing. Okay.
And she saw somebody else get
Right.
drugged.
Uh,
Well, I should say somebody else. She saw someone get drugged and someone is missing.
Why can't I erase this? Draw. Oh, erase. Okay. So, she saw him being pulled out of that house and then dragging up the street, but she kept to herself. She didn't want to say anything.
Well, just a dangerous situation out here right now. Is this the cemetery? Oh wait, how do I double click?
Select. Yes, that is the cemetery.
Okay.
And this is the church here. Church,
Excuse me.
cemetery.
Oh, okay. I clicked on a different thing. I clicked on this thing. What's this over here?
That's a swamp. Pond.
The poo pond.
The poo pond, yeah. The
The
great
great Poupon.
The great poo pond.
Okay. Okay, great. Okay.
I mean, if it's poop on it, probably is gray.
Who is your daddy
Oh.
and what does he do?
Did you say Grey Poupon?
She just got scared of her
Now that's
husband
getting added to the.
Her partner just
soundboard,
scared
by
the
the way.
living crap out of her.
He sneaks up on me, and I don't know why.
I
He's
do
like
the same thing to
creeping
Abby.
in.
I don't do it on purpose. It just happens.
Me too.
I mean, if cartoons taught me anything, when he's sneaking in, you just have to listen for the little bell sounds. The ding, 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 ding. Yeah.
Oh. I can't hear anything because I got these on.
Or boop 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 boop.
So, with that, you're given some information. You could investigate that building, but you might want to, if you want to, you can, or you can head back to the circus.
Oh no! If all the local residents are hiding in their houses after a certain time, I'm heading back.
I think we gotta go talk to Lothar. That feels like my
Yeah.
main mission right now. We gotta tell the circus people what's happening.
Yeah, if it's getting late, I'm got enough like tinglies on my spine to not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
not
gonna
too
say
much
Yarn.
at this point.
Yarn is definitely looking like, like looking around, like totally on edge.
Speaking
Predator
of Yarn,
sense on
how
edge
are we?
and prey sense on edge.
How's Yarn and Yeet feeling? They feeling good?
Fine so far.
It's fine so far. Okay.
I was so confused for a second, and I was
We're
like,
feeling tingly in our
Yeah,
tum tums.
yeah.
We're feeling so full and happy.
You've been feeling extra bubbly and happy.
Oh, great! Drugs. The pie had drugs in it.
And I'm not allowed to do drugs.
So, you guys start heading back to the circus?
Yes.
In the words of Val Kilmer, the circus.
The circus?
The circus. You guys start heading back. You walk through the main entranceway of the village of Barovia, and as you walk down towards the circus, the bright lights are a beacon of hope and love. As you get closer and closer, you feel almost like it radiates heat.
Yeah, people are gonna love it. It's gonna make it feel so much better. I'm so glad we're here.
And as you walk forward, you suddenly feel a swift, cold wind. Where there's
Brr.
no wind even occurring. It's just you feel goosebumps hit you. And then you feel it go up your spine, each and every one of you.
Maybe we could find some nice sweaters at the mercantile.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna help this one.
Oh,
And as you continue walking forward, you hear all a voice. Welcome, travelers, to my land. Welcome.
thank you. Who are you?
Who am I, my dear? I am your savior. I am your god.
Can we all hear this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really a religious type.
You suddenly feel this cold just gets even worse. And he goes, "Oh, but you will believe in me, my friend. You will believe in me." And as he's talking, you feel suddenly the focus of the voice just suddenly centers to the path ahead of you. As you see this man come into focus. He looks like 3, 4, 5 of them as they kind of phase in together and phase forward as he walks towards you with a cane in his hand.
Oh.
You have piqued my interest.
To come to the circus?
Maybe. Would you be prepared for my audience?
We're prepared for anyone who pays.
I do not pay.
Oh, yeah, there's an entrance fee. You wouldn't be allowed in if you don't pay, sorry.
You do. No.
Sometimes I eat too many popsicles, and I do have to end up paying for them.
Please, feel free to enjoy the peace of the night for this evening. For I cannot promise I will give you the same later. Do not cross me, and everything will go fine. Everything will go great. Do as I say, and maybe you'll get something out of it.
Okay.
Maybe I will come visit you one night. I will send word before I do. Till then, please enjoy my gift to you at this time. And as he says this, he turns into a swarm of bats right in front of you. Just and flies through you all.
He's a magician.
Yeah, I don't think he's one of those.
And as he walks away, as he flies into the distance, you hear the howls of wolves coming your way.
Oh.
Well, I do believe Miss Ava said that those wolves are servants of his the other night, so we should probably be on our way.
Okay, yeah, let's boogie.
Yeah.
That was a really cool trick, though, that he did that. I mean, that.
Yeah, again, I
really
don't think it was a
bring
trick. I think he actually did that, you know, This ain't good.
The road becomes foggier as you keep walking.
Can we go faster?
Rondai literally reaches down and picks Yeet up and puts him on his shoulders.
Okay, that's better.
And as you do that, you guys run.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. We may try to have a good time, but I don't think any of us are incredibly dumb. Well, I don't know what our stats are, but
I think I'm gonna try. I'm gonna. If everyone's running, I'm gonna turn around and look behind us as we're running.
As you're running, you see wisps of the fog moving around behind you.
Okay. Oh.
As you hear the howls and you hear the footsteps coming closer. You guys continue running?
Run, 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 run.
Oh, yeah.
Running.
yeah.
Yarn's running like fucking crazy. The dog face.
All right. As you're running, you see Lothar in the distance, and it looks like he's started to build a gate in front of the circus.
Yeah, I don't know if we have to give him too much of a heads up.
It's not great, but he looks in the distance and he goes, "Run! Run, my friends! Run!"
You
What
see,
the fuck do you think we're doing?
as soon as Rondai is within range of the wall, he looks at Yeet and just screams, "Ready for a cannonball, kid!"
Let's go!
And he just fucking wings him as far as he can into the circus and turns around at the gate and just squares up.
Okay. I want you to roll to hit just to see how well you do.
Fair. Let me...
I'm just trying to make sure you're not having a failure. This is not a failure. Because no matter what, you're going to take damage in the process of doing this.
I can roll. What would I even do as a to hit for this?
It's just an unarmed attack. As if you were
Alright.
throwing her. That's just fair. Oh yeah. So 19, you go to throw her and you're trying to pick that aim and you hit that target above over the gate, the front gate. What you see is kind of like shimmering and bright light is shimmering from it, and you're like, that's interesting. What is this? As you go to do that, you fling her through, goes over to the gate. You go over the gate, and I need you to make a dex saving throw.
I shall do. Or do you want me to do an acrobatics? This is the thing that we've done. We've practiced this.
I know, but you need to make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
This is something you don't see coming. Oh.
What do you mean I don't? Oh.
You go fling through the air. You're expecting, I'm gonna take the ground. I'm gonna hit the ground perfectly and land. And you don't hit the ground. You hit way
A magical gate.
A magical gate. Just
Splat.
Okay. Is this something we didn't know that the
you
circus
didn't
had?
know that Lothar could do. Just splat.
Sorry.
It's classic, like Ben and Jerry. And you hear, all you hear is like Tom and Jerry, yeah. And you hear. As you slide down, and you take 5 points of damage as you slammed into it.
I'm okay.
Lothar
And-
goes up to you and just grabs you as you fall. She goes, "No, in the gate, into the gate."
Lothar, I got a lot to tell you. We're in a situation.
You would have definitely behind them seen Leslie about to bunny hop literally over and then skid to a stop after seeing that and be
Oh,
like,
I love that.
It's basically like a bubble. He has created a bubble. And you see that sword is using a lot of energy right now to contain that bubble. That sword is basically, he's holding on to it, and you see it's like arcs of this orangish, reddish energy just sparking against the gate. He's going, run! Run, my friends, run!
I'm running.
Yep. As you
Say,
guys
is
make
anybody
it to the
slow?
gate,
Does anybody have
I'm 30
movement
foot
speed below 30?
imagine if you're
You're-
running, it's 4
there you go,
times. So,
Well, no, but that's what I'm trying to see is anybody slower than me because I don't think there's anybody in our party I can't pick up.
Just Yeet is.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
thought. I thought Yeet was the
Yeah.
only one who had a slow
I have a
movement
30
speed.
foot running, yeah.
Okay.
as you guys start running into the gate one after another, you see Lothar look with this gleam in his eye and this almost like hatred. You don't see it very often. It's just that there's no hope in his eyes as he's been going through this. And he looks out into the wilderness and he sees the fog is kind of dissipating. But then he sees a wolf as he picks up the sword and just goes phoom, as it cuts it in half right in front of the gate. And then he slowly moves back, holding it up like this, but underneath, like the blade down, moving it over, taking the blade as he closes the gate and stabbing it into the ground and twisting.
He just cut the wolf in half?
He just cut a wolf in half.
Sploosh.
Sploosh. I scared
Oh,
her.
Aaron. Oh, Aaron.
As Rondai gets through the gate, he just screams at Lothar. Will it hold?
Lothar goes, it'll hold for the night.
He catches back up to Yeet and just goes, sorry, little buddy. It's like pats him on the head.
This is a really bad situation. I don't think we should be here anymore.
Yeah, it's not a very nice place, bud, but we'll figure it out.
And then you hear Lothar, I agree. Let's don't talk. As he walks you and he leaves the sword sitting there, standing in the ground.
Okay.
And you feel, if you look at Lothar, it's hurting him physically to walk away from the sword. You see, like, almost as if his skin is peeling off as he's walking away from it.
Metaphorically, like
Yeah.
the amount of pain he's in?
The
Okay.
amount of pain he is for leaving the sword standing there. He goes, we need to talk now.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah.
He just follows after him.
You guys enter the closest tent. It's a tent that's not usually placed. It's right on the outskirts there. Right there, like right at the gate there that he's made. It's not far. But he walks in and he goes, lots happened since you've been gone. What?
Here?
We've lost 2 men. In the
What
night.
the hell?
In the last hour.
A lot's happened to us since we've been gone, too.
It's affecting the town. They've had people disappeared for at least months.
They told us people really shouldn't be out after dark. That bad things happen, that we should stay, everybody should stay locked up after dark.
Yeah, I think we met the gentleman that lives up on that hill over there, and he said we'd be safe tonight, but yeah, I don't think that's true.
This is safe.
Apparently. Also, I'm assuming we told him about the cards and stuff with Ava.
Yes, he knows about that.
we may have met the one that he's after, lady likewise, in town.
Yeah, the fourth card.
Yeah.
Keep on it. I will keep watch on the home grounds. What do you have to do?
So we kind of agreed to help bury her father. Who
Yeah.
died.
Local Burgermeister. His dad, former Burgermeister. They want some help putting him in the ground.
All
They,
I'm thinking is burger. Welcome to Good Burger, home of the
Home of the Good
Can I take your order?
Who loves orange soda?
The Burgermeister, home of the Gurgermeister.
Yeah, he just looks at us. Yeah, the Burgermeister. Seems like his son's afraid the procession may get attacked.
We also kind of agreed that she could come to the circus, that we would try to help get her out of here because that guy is looking for her. And
You know how it is. Yeah. He just wants. He knows we're gonna travel out of town. Wants to,
You have to get her
hire
to
us
another
to
town.
get her to another town.
I know we don't really have the authority to make that kind of decision, so we wanted to come and tell you about it first. But it really does seem like she needs help, and she really needs some cheering up too, because it's kind of not very nice right now.
Yeah, she's a little bitchy. I'm not sure if it's just that her father passed, but by the way, it's not really her father. I guess they found her? I don't know.
Just like me.
Well, yeah, like all of us, of course, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So I feel like she could be here. She deserves to be here, just like all of us.
Well, maybe. What's one step at a time?
Okay.
I trust you. You'll protect this circus along with me. If this is something we have to do, it's something we have to do.
What happened here
Yeah.
while we were gone?
One of our men coming out. One just disappeared into the he went to take a piss, I guess. Out in the
This
woods.
is after the fog rolled in? Rolled in? What was that?
Rolled in, the phone rolled in, and he got himself disappeared out there in the woods out there.
And he just never returned. And then one. I don't know what caught him. One minute he was there, the next moment there was a scream and he was gone. It was at that point I decided it was time to take my measures into my own hands.
How did you do this?
It won't last long.
Are you going to be able to do this every night? Because otherwise, we might have to find some other means of protecting the circus.
If this is the only way I can do it, as long as I keep my precious powers to my... During the day I can't do this, but during the night I can.
Okay.
But only if I
Zane-
stay with the circus and rest.
Is there anything that we can do to help you to make
No.
it easier? Okay.
And you actually, as he says no, you see blood dripping from his nose.
Oh, you got
Child, don't worry. I'll handle it.
Okay.
We'll see what we can do to help.
Now, if you don't mind, I have a sword to deal with. And as you hear him turn on, he goes, all right, I'm coming. No need to keep screaming at me. It's a scream you
The
guys
sword
don't
is
hear.
yelling at him. No,
Yeah.
it's just,
The sword is nagging at him.
he's being scolded by the sword.
The sword is pissed.
Yeah, well,
It's not meant to do this, and it's pissed.
Oh, by the way, we might have to do matinees only.
You just see the equivalent of a middle finger go up in the air.
perfect. Perfect. This is what? 4 people that we learned about today getting disappeared? This is a situation. We gotta go find them.
I mean, if the lord of the land here wants to get with the lady we're going to be protecting, her father must have done something to piss him off. I'd be curious to know what he was up to get him killed.
I agree.
I wonder if anybody else in the town knows. Oh, and if we're gonna do the burial tomorrow, are there gonna be... Well, I guess we're doing it secretly, huh? Nobody's gonna know about it, so...
I don't know if it's that secret if we're worried about getting attacked. And especially if we're walking a body through the city, but I mean...
Oh, yeah, I guess so. We are walking through the entire town.
Yeah. Did anyone else notice that the old lady who gave you guys pies and the gentleman there, they seemed a bit different than the rest of the townsfolk that we ran into?
Yeah, they were nice.
A little bit more light in their eyes. I mean, not to say they had any light at all, but a little less dreary than the rest of the folk.
Yeah, I'd say we're gonna have a bit of difficulties finding an audience in this here, Barovia.
Yeah, I don't know if that shopkeeper's going to actually come or if he's just going to take our money. I mean, if it were me, I'd just take my money and keep it, but maybe. His nephew seemed interested, at least.
Right. Does anybody have anything else to say for the evening? Okay.
Just rest.
All right. As you guys rest, Yarn and Yeet, I need you both to make charisma saving throws. Okay. Yarn, you feel fine at this point. You had this weird dreams that you were someplace warm by a fire. And it was rather pleasant. Yeet, unfortunately you had a horrible nightmare. With everything you've seen, you see your brother get torn to pieces by wolves and bats. One piece at a time. And you wake up with a cold sweat.
I'm immediately gonna go run over to my brother and snuggle up with him and do the thing that, like kids, what is it? Wolves and bats? And you dead?
God, alright. Well, let's start with the fact that I am quite presently still alive. Right? I'm alive. I'm talking to you. Yep. So what do you think happened?
I had a bad dream.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a bad dream.
You promised not to get eaten by wolves?
I promise not to get eaten by wolves.
Okay. Can I sleep with you in your bed tonight?
That was that sleep time.
All right. So you sleep. You don't really sleep well the rest of the night. You just have this itch in the back of your brain. You're fine, but you feel tired, exhausted. Yarn, you succeeded, but you have this itch. Like you really need another fucking pie.
Oh.
You need it. It's just, I don't know if you've, dealt with addiction at all in your life to understand this feeling. It is, you crave it. You want another pie.
So it's like World of Warcraft.
It's like sunflower seeds.
It's like Burt's Bees.
Shine some of your lives. just in this specific instance.
Listen, I did 10 to 15 years of smoking. I know this feeling. I know what it feels like to the urge to want to have a cigarette.
I will give you that. Out of all the things I've quit in my life at this point, that was definitely, if not the hardest, it was right up there. That sucked ass.
What, cigarettes?
Yeah, both times I tried to quit, it sucked ass.
Yeah. Of all the drugs you have done, the cigarettes are the worst.
I've quit a lot of things. And don't get me wrong, I've never done like heroin, but outside of things like that, I've quit a lot of shit, and nothing else has ever made me literally be like, I would rather kill myself than not have this thing because this sucks ass.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to quit.
It sucks ass.
That is what you're craving right now. You want another pie. So you're a little.
What
on
we're
edge.
saying is that right now, you would suck dick for a meat pie.
I don't think it's that severe, but yeah, it's close.
No, I'm just thinking of that scene from Half Baked.
Yeah.
You're addicted to weed? That is not an addiction. Would you suck dick for weed? Because I suck dick for coke. Fucking love that.
So.
Now I just think of Walk Hard. Like, you don't want none of this.
And with that, we're going to call it an evening, but I have homework.
Oh.
Work of homes?
For 3 of you.
Uh-oh. The people who didn't eat the pie.
No.
Oh!
I want Reagan.
Me.
Create a level 3 character. Human. Warlock.
That pie's killing you.
The
Get
great.
your next character ready.
The great.
Oh!
The great old one
Okay.
is your warlock feature.
Yeah, patron.
In the future, you will be playing Irina Kolyana.
Oh, she's such a bitch. Okay. Okay. And so this is Irina's character?
This is Irina. I have some ideas. She is.
Okay.
I can give you some. Here's some of the things I want you to make sure she has.
Okay.
Okay. She creates the old one as her otherworldly patron,
Okay.
i.e. Strahd.
Yeah.
She has Pact Magic, the Expended Spell List, as usual, the Awakened Mind. Okay?
Yeah.
You can telepathically speak to any creature you can see within 30 feet of you if you understand at least one of the languages.
Okay.
Okay? Because you have been bitten by Strahd once. You have that ability. She is a variant human with that feat.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.
Now, you can pick the skill, the spells list that you want, but,
Okay.
you know, protection from evil and good, hellish rebuke kind of makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, mage armor, eldritch blast, she can write Draconic due to him. She understands the language of Draconic due to him.
Oh.
And of course she's telepathic.
Yeah.
So she can do detect thoughts.
Oh, is that why she's so mad? Because she could tell that we didn't like her?
She's
I
complicated.
mean, I would have liked her if she didn't call us circus animals.
No,
Or-
well, but for real,
She's complicated.
She is complicated.
To be fair, if she detected Rondai's thoughts, she probably really didn't like.
Next, we have a level 3 Periwimple.
Periwimple.
I would like this to be played by Chris.
Okay.
Level 3, human, barbarian. Pick whichever you want to pick. I suggest Path of the Totem Warrior. But you can pick what you want. And he's also a variant human if you'd like, but I picked the Charger feat for him. Which I think makes sense. So when you use the dash action, you can use a bonus action to make a melee attack or shove a creature. Just trying to show that type of strength that he has. Now, I do have characters made if you want to look at them, but they're like level 5 and level 3. But just general ideas. You don't have to take any of my suggestions. I'm just trying to get you an idea of what you feel for them, okay?
Okay.
And then finally, who would like to play Ismark?
I thought you were going to say Granny.
No. Ismark Kalyanovich. I think I will pick... I think I'll pick you, Greg.
I can play.
I picked him as a variant human as well, but as a ranger monster slayer.
Okay.
They originally set him up as kind of a fighter, but I think that's kind of boring. I like the idea that he is more of a slayer.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I-
he uses the veteran stat block in the...
Right.
In the
And I
adventure.
picked him as a variant human with the sharpshooter feat.
Sharpshooter, like as in pistols, like guns?
Your choice. I thought with like a longbow or anything of that nature, but
Oh, sharpshooter, like... Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
sharpshooter, yeah.
right, yeah.
But build him as you like. I'm giving you a suggestion. I thought he was more of a ranger than a fighter to me. Hunter, you know, he's
Okay.
I think it's interesting.
Cool.
His father was a fighter.
Level 3, right?
Level 3.
You said?
Yes.
Okay.
His father was a fighter. He's a hunter. A monster slayer is what I picked for his specialty. But you can pick whatever you want. I'm just trying to fit stuff that suits the story.
Okay.
Now, with that in mind, it'll probably be a while before you see these characters again or hear from them. Except for Irina. You'll probably see her more as she develops. Because at this time, you have awakened them. You've given them hope. And like Reagan said, you're not heroes. And I took it as, you're not heroes. You inspire them. And with that, I'm going to call it an evening. We will move forward, continuing the story of the Curse of Strahd. Good job, guys, tonight. It was fun.
Yeah.
Very true.